Hello and welcome to Mark Codex. My name is Mark. Welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be talking about the filter method in JavaScript. I have created a couple of videos explaining the array method, so if you haven't watched those, please feel free to check it out. I'll put it in the description box below. As usual, in this video, I will go over the syntax of the filter method and go over a couple of examples just to showcase how filter method works. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button to help me out to keep creating more content like this. And now, let's get to it. Okay, filter is another array prototype iterate method. Filter method creates a new array with all the elements that passes the condition provided to it. What do I mean by that? Well, if we could look at this example, this is kind of an example. Basically, I'm creating a new array by iterating over the old array using the filter method and returning a condition in here. And if the element passes this condition, then it will be included in that new array. And that's what filter is in a simple term. Okay, so now let's see array filter in an example. So let's think about this. Let's create an array of, let's say, random numbers, and I wanted just to have a new array that basically it's any number bigger than 50 maybe. Yeah, let's try to generate an array first. So I'm just gonna say let old array. I'm just gonna use this the same naming convention, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say array. I'm gonna use the array object, and then from okay, so let's decide what's the length would be. Let's make it like a little bit of a big array. Let's do like a length of a 20 number. And what I wanted to do is that I want to generate a random number, and that random number, let's say like it's between like a 0 and 100. So let's multiply it by 100, and I want to floor that. So I'm just gonna say like math.floor. And let's do all that in there. There we go. So now we just generated basically like the old array right now. It should be like a random array that has random numbers between 0 and 100. So if I save that, yeah. So like each time I'm gonna save, it's gonna give me like random numbers. I could go over what I just wrote. So this array class contains the from method, and the from method is an array constructor, as you can see here. Takes a couple of arguments. The first one, there's a lot of applications, but for this case, I'm just passing the length, and then I'm just passing like another function, which basically like right here, I'm not specifying with which argument I want to pass. I usually could pass the index or the element of an array, but because this is like a generated array from nothing, I'm just gonna pass nothing. You could do like something like that with an I. You could do like the underscore is just basically like saying that like I'm not passing anything. But you could use it like that. And then what I'm doing in here, simply creating a random number. So math.random will create a float number from 0 to 1. And I'm just multiplying it by 100 just to give me like any numbers between 0 and 100. And then I'm flooring it. Floor method basically just removes the decimal and gives the integer, and that's what this method is in a nutshell. So now I just created my old array. Let's go back and uncomment this. Now let's get the new array. So I'm basically just gonna pass in the same argument, and what I wanted from my condition, I just wanted to return any element that are bigger or equal to 50. So what is this gonna do? It will loop over the whole array, and it will find basically that it will check each number. If it's bigger than 50, it will keep it in that array. If it's less than 50, it will just just remove it. So let's see that in action. New array. I'm not used to typing and talking at the same time, so sorry about that. So let's save that and see what's going to happen. And we can verify nothing is less than 50, so that's great. It seems that we just got like 4 and 5, that's 9 items, while I have like 20 items. So that means that basically that old array, before that it was kind of, well, let's think about like 11, almost 11 numbers that they were less than 50. That's cool actually. So let's see that. Let me console log old array so we can see both arrays, and we could just verify that. So let's save that, and then boom. So 73, 90, so 5 is not there, 41 is not there, 47 is not there, and so on and so forth. So that's like one of like a small example where we could see that basically our new array that is got constructed, it just like filtered out any number that is less than 50. And that basically because those numbers, they didn't pass our condition. Okay, now to another example to see how filter works in action. So now I have like a small array of objects that contains, for each object contains an ID, a first name, a state, and a country. They are kind of similar. They are different. Some people are from Texas, some people are from California. What I want to do, I just wanted to basically filter out anything or anyone that they're not from California. So what I can do here, use that new filter method, well, not new, old, but the method that we're learning right now. And we could see that our condition is basically checking for each state when it loops. Each state, if it equals California, I should get the new array to have only the elements that contains California. So let's save that. And there we go. It just filtered out. Now, notice one thing. This filter method, what it returns, like I know that I just said like element.state in California, but it didn't return like the California itself, but it returned the whole object. So keep that in mind. This is very important because if you wanted something to like filter, especially like with arrays of objects, they could get tricky because there's like, if you have like a huge data, you need just to filter out like just one field that you know exactly this is going to be like on every object. This will help you out because it will return back the whole object, not just only that element in there. So keep that in mind. And that's basically it. We could just also filter by something else. I mean, definitely like we could filter by ID or the name, but in this case we have just like one name. Why not? Let's just try it. So let's do like by first name, and let's save that. Boom, we got just one object, but it's still as an array. And that is it. That's basically filter. Is very simple. It's like map. It's really similar to map. That's like maybe how my brain functions, but it's kind of similar to map. The only thing that map basically creates a new array modifying each element. However, filter just filters out anything that you don't want. And that is it. So friends, I hope you enjoyed the video and find it useful. Please do not forget to subscribe and like this video and hit the notification bell to get an update when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, stay curious.